Howdy ho everybody, welcome back to the Rock's Roost. It's time to start something new. We're going to be starting several new things as we move into fall. The next is going to be Blueprints. I recently subscribed to PS Plus and I've been enjoying the benefits of that. I've never played this game before, but I've heard great things about it. This is a little different from our usual material. Let's see how it goes. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think about it. One thing I noticed right off about this game is that its title is a pun. You know I love wordplay, so that's a plus from the get-go. Don't want to interrupt anything. I'm not sure how it's going to start. Without any further ado, let's start a new game of Blueprints. Here at the Rock's Roost. Loading. That looks like something straight out of the 80s, doesn't it? Juxtaposed even next to the very Victorian looking insignia there. Get your headphones on, folks. Sit back, relax, and float away to the sound of my voice and the rolling thunder.
Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay, that really sets the stage, doesn't it? Very, very moody. Just like the color blue. So far, the design choice in terms of color theory is spot on. Okay. So we are the nephew here inside the front entrance of the house on Mount Holly in Reddington. 50 steps up at the top left. I'm not sure what that means. We can look around with the left stick. Pretty. Look around. Okay. The Y is not inverted. I would like for it to be that way. Controls? Oh, no. Invert look Y. Yes, please. Thank you. Back. No, back. Back. Resume. Room directory. So we're looking for the 46th room. We are in the entrance hall. Okay. Very well. Exit. All right, let's resume. That's much better. So if I step on in here. Open only in the event of my death. I love the stamp. When I was a child, I used to collect stamps. And I have no idea where my stamp collection is now. It was fairly substantial. I think it was stolen by a jealous girlfriend. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. This looks to have been typed on an Underwood typewriter. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. Interesting. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. I take back what I said about the typewriter. The quotation marks tell me that this was a royal typewriter. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Fascinating. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Fascinating. So this is an otherworldly situation, huh? We have a blueprint. You found, I love this, the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing R2. From a design standpoint, I love the various fonts used here. It breaks a rule that we always tell beginners, and that is don't mix more than two fonts. You can mix more than two fonts and form a harmonious whole if you know what you're doing. You see here, there are one you found, that's one typeface. The Mount Holly, that's a second typeface. Blueprint, that's a third typeface. This will serve, etc. That is a fourth typeface, although the you found might be an altered version of the fourth typeface. So maybe three, possibly four typefaces here. But it works well. The color choices are very good also. Let's press R2. Here is the Mount Holly Estate blueprint. Day 1. I still don't know what the 50 steps means. We have the inventory. We have, see, I can move with the D-pad. Antechamber. Entrance hall. That's where we're at. All right, press circle to get away from that. Let's see what else we have in here. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. So this is any time we enter a room, not just the first time. Okay. Just make sure I didn't miss anything here. I love this. If you know me at all, you know that I love birds. I suppose I should introduce myself. We do have several new people to the channel, which I'm incredibly thankful for. My name is Rock, and I love birds. I'm also a professional designer, magazine editor, and writer. For the past, 10 years or so as an editor, but I've been a science writer for over 20 years. And I spent most of those 20 years as a planetarium director as well. So I'm going to be looking at this game from a design standpoint, in terms of visual design mostly, since that's my area of expertise. We have an ace of spades here, the death card, commonly known as. To some, anyway. And over here we have the queen of diamonds, love and riches. Or is it avarice? According to the clock, it is 9 o'clock. And it is moving. This clock does in fact have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers on it. However, the 8 is very strange looking. Okay, select a room to draft. So we are building the house as we go, eh? Let me see. Let's go back. I must choose one. Okay. I can't back out. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's problematic for me because can you rotate these? Oh, you would have to, this would have to be rotated because the bottom is the outside wall of the house. Got it. That goes up in a corner. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. So you'd want that to be somewhere convenient, eh? A closet would be very restrictive. I'm instantly regretting choosing this. I'm going to choose the closet. It makes sense to have a closet off of the opening main hall, huh? We have a die. You found a single ivory die. While drafting, you may use the die to roll new floor plans. Neat. Anything else? Shovel. You found an old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Indeed. All right, so if we look at the blueprint, you see this is suboptimal because you see this has created a little bit of a bugaboo, but we'll see what we can do about it. Let's not worry about it now. Let's go forward this time. Okay, so we have choices. I really don't like any of these rooms for this. The den is probably the best choice. Although having it straight out from here is not really the best. I don't think. Very homey. We have a clock in here too. Do they have the same time? Oh, I'm wasting steps. Sorry. Much to learn. Much to learn. We have a pawn here. Another clock there. Ooh, more birds. I'm digging it. Swans, it would appear. Lots of clocks. How many clocks does one need? What do we have here? Some kind of gem. Okay. Well, we have to the left and to the right we can go. I'll tell you. Let's go this way and see if we can kind of undo our problem with that hallway. Pantry, not a good choice. Storeroom, not a good choice. Bedroom, maybe. Let's actually use the dice and see if we've gained anything. We have not really. Let's put the guest bedroom there. Doesn't make much sense, but hey. Let's do it. We gained a bunch of steps here, which is not a bad thing. There's a sailboat. I like little wooden boats like that. I have several myself. Spiral staircase. Twinkling stars. There's a nautical theme in here and a whale and an anchor. If I had all the resources that I needed to do it, I've often said that I would buy a sailboat, hire someone to teach me to sail it, and then go off to sea and never be seen again. Spend the rest of my life on the waves. That's always been appealing to me, and it still is. Looks like we have a fountain pen here. I love fountain pens. Sinclair, just wanted to write a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy our mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly, KL. Well, we'll be looking for the billiard room then. This is a dead end, of course, which is, not a great thing. I'm hoping to be able to sort of go up and around and loop down some way. This is a really bad start, actually, but we'll see if we can fix it. Okay. We have a pantry, we have a hallway, we have a corridor. The hallway is the best choice. No question about it. I dig the wallpaper, very Victorian. The bathtub. Some flowers. They look like poinsettias. Settee. Another settee. Ooh, a bat. I really dig that. Almost looks like an Edward Gorey drawing. All right, what do we have? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Fascinating. All right, let's go this way. What have we got that will help us here? Not great, but I think possibly this, it blocks off the way to the entrance hall. This goes all the way through, but then we still have an extreme situation on the right side of the house. I guess this is best. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. Okay. What's this? This box is the black box. This box is the blue box. This box, the box that claims to be black has the gems. Okay. That's our uncle, I think. May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. And I mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time. And I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Okay, so we have 3 boxes in the room. Of those 3, there will always be at least one which displays only true statements, and there will always be at least one which displays only false statements. So, there could be 1 or 2 boxes that are true, or there could be 1 or 2 boxes that are false. There can never be 3 boxes that are true or 3 boxes that are false. So, also there's something else here. Let's pick that up. A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. All right, so I suppose that's how we open the boxes then. So let's look. We have the box that claims to be black, has the gems. That could be true or false. This box is the blue box. We know this is false. This box is the black box. Black box. We know this is false. So, therefore, this must not be false. It must be true. So the box that claims to be black has the gems. Rather simple in this case. And there they are. Beautiful. Little logic puzzle there. All right, let's look at our map. Okay. I guess we'll go this way. Yeah. It is everything in here, right? I don't know if things will be hidden or not. It's interesting that the drapes in here match the wallpaper out there. That is a nice design choice. It's unusual. You'd rarely see that in real life. But it's pretty cool. Okay. Well, we've got a pantry, which would pretty much be perfect because I believe we are at the edge. We'll be going into the edge of the house, I think. Yeah, we must be because the way the bedroom auto orients, I guess. No, that's not necessarily true. So any of these would be fine. That's going to give you money. This is going to give you steps, and that's going to give you a key. I like the idea of getting a key, so let's do that. I also like this being a nook in the corner of the house. Makes all kinds of sense. So, works out for me in my analness. Oops. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal, will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Yeah, I recommend that with just about every game you play. 10. Full of curios. This is cool. I like this. Oh, wow. Look at the bookshelves. Imagine the windows not being boarded up, and there's a rook. It's a rook nook. Oh, sorry. There's a key. So when we head to the west side, where it's likely to be locked, here's a floor radio. When I was growing up, a lot of people still had these in their homes. You don't see them as much now, but still used them too. They don't have FM in them usually. All right, so we could do the chapel. That makes all kinds of sense. We lose money. We'd have to pay up, I guess. The corridor works, but it blocks off the hallway. So let's do the chapel. You could meditate here in the nook before you go into the chapel. And of course, I'm thinking flow is the most important thing here and not appearances or that kind of thing or utility. This is beautiful. Look at these stained glass windows. And they're numbered as well, so that's probably important. That's something we're going to want to write down, I'll bet. 1. I don't want to get too close to that door because it'll take a step away. So 1 is like a gardener, I guess. She's holding a hoe. Two is a cook. 3 is a farmer. 4 is a chimney sweep. 5 is a maid. 6, where's 6 is over here. Is a rider or hunter. 7 is a king or a knight or something. Looks like a king. Okay. There's a bishop in here, appropriately. All right, so I'm going to write these down in my notebook. I'll be right back. And of course, there's the symbol of Mount Holly up there. I probably should sketch this rather than just write it down, don't you guess? Okay, I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I've written them all down. 1 is the gardener. 2 is the baker or cook. 3 is the farmer. 4 is the chimney sweep. 5 is the maid. 6 is the equestrian or hunter. And 7 is the queen or king. I'm not sure. I assume these are... I'm not sure if these are female or male figures. They're all angels, though. And it looks feminine, doesn't it? So that's probably a queen. All right, so that's what we've done. Let's check our map, and let's go north, which would be that way, right? Right. Just one double check here to make sure there's nothing here for us to get. Doesn't look like there is. Very peaceful in here. Okay. What now? We could do the commissary or a pantry. We don't have any money. So... Oh, this requires a gem. We will have money later, though. I really wish you could go on up from here. So it's either commissary or pantry. Let's do pantry, I guess. Ooh, close quarters. Oh, and we can see out through this room. A banana. Plus 3 steps. Nice. There's our 4 coins. And Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Fair enough. Stanley thermos there. Can we climb this? No. This is a pretty cool pantry. I like this. Can we pick up the egg timer? No. Coffee with 1 E. Strange. Things are slightly off here. Have you noticed there's a coffee grinder? Okay. Why can we not put this in the other way with the third door going up? I guess you just can't. Okay. Corridor it is. Or this crazy wallpaper. A lock. An urn. It's like an amphora with a really big lip. So this is just a pass-through. Okay. Got it. Why can you not rotate these rooms? Oh well. Maybe I'm missing something. Nothing in here. Oh wait, here's something. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options, like the die we found. This is strange. Okay, so yeah, I really don't like this. Lots of very unusual. It's not unusual art on its own, but it's an unusual assemblage of pictures. Ooh, an observatory. I like that. But it's not a great place for it to be. Oh, I really don't like any of these. Let's redraw. You know, for the location. These are not good either. Sheesh. The entire west side of the house is just totally messed up. Let's put this in there. Necktie without, with, hors d'oeuvre plate. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password scratched out. Lovely. Ooh. A cigarette machine. Dirigiblocks. It's like an airship game of some kind. My mind is busy. The wheels are spinning out of control. Annual Maid's Day sale, 2 days only. All items up to 50% off. All staff welcome. Day 20 and 21, Mount Holly Commissary. There's no one here. Oh, wait. Commissary for sale today. 3 coins for a gem. And that's all we could afford. 5 for a salt shaker. 8 for a sledgehammer. 10 for a metal detector. Neat. Can't afford. Should I save my money? Probably should. I don't know. The gems. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I'm colossally screwing up the house. If I find out there's some way to rotate it, I'll be upset. I just don't know. Let's put a bedroom there. Fine. These are the questions I have. Let me check something here. I don't know. I guess it just is what it is. The trunk is locked. Let's use that key. Why not? Ooh, keys. Car keys. And a gem. Neat. That's interesting. It's right here. Greetings from Reddington. Raymond Reddington? No, not that Reddington. Nipple light. Okay. I feel like I'm failing miserably. You know? This is just what it says. Spare room. Okay. What's in the hole? Anything? Bunk room. Oh, this I'm creating a dead end. Oh. So this is terrible. This is gonna be this is just gonna dead end me. No matter what I do. So just do this. I've just lost the game. Banana for 2, club sandwich for 8, chef salad. Yeah, I don't want it. Wait a minute. Glazed salmon, charbroiled Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce served over spinach leaf. That sounds good. Plus 20. Plus an additional 10 if you have an aquarium in your house. Okay. Well, I've lost the game, so what do I do now? My house is just dead ends. You know? Like, there's nowhere else I can go. Let's call it a day. How do you get over there? Tomorrow you'll awake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Oh. Call it. Okay, so maybe it's not over. Mount Holly, quaint college. 16 total rooms, rank 4 reached. 18 steps taken, 3 items found. Okay. Save and continue. That marks our first day out Mount Holly. I'm going to call it an episode right here, folks. Let me know what you think about this. If this gets a fair amount of views and comments, then I will continue this as a series. If not, I'll move on to something else. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. If you'd like to join the Rocks Roost as a member, click the join button below the video. If you'd like to come hang out with me and the gang on Discord, there's an invite link in the description down below. Your support, however you choose to show it, means the world to me and keeps me making great videos just like this. For now, I'll bid you adieu. Remember, wherever you are, whenever you are, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.